So the next one is going to be the Young Avengers. Let me get this a little bit bigger on the screen. They're all different size pictures that I pulled up. So the Young Avengers, as some of you may or may not know, is obviously a team of Avengers that are, teenagers. They're young kids. These are your Avengers that. Do you want to give context in terms of comics, how the Young Avengers started? Do you know anything to that? So be honest with you, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So the Young Avengers came in right before the Civil War, right before the first Civil War. The first members were Hulkling, Wiccan, Patriot, and Iron Lad. So Iron Lad is like the future but present day child version of Kang the Conqueror. So they
Right.
they are like the four first members. So then, like in the first issue of Young Avengers, there's like this scene at a church, and then like they meet Kate Bishop, who's like the Hawkeye, and then they meet Stature, the daughter of Scott Lang, Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the third or fourth issue, I think they meet Wiccan's brother, Speed, who's like they are like beings that were made in the House of M storyline through Scarlet Witch's mind.
Mm-hmm.
So House of M happens, and then the two kids that's like put into the main universe, but they don't really know that they are brothers. Like to come, and they don't even know that Scarlet Witch is their mother.
I didn't know that actually.
That team will be like that will be the Young Avengers, I think, because just like it can't be coincidence that those characters are all getting introduced in Phase 4.
So yeah, because that's the thing is, like, this is like, so the Fantastic Four, like, we know they're coming. We got casting like ideas. We have like all of these, I mean, even Kevin Feige said like Fantastic Four is coming, so we know that's coming. The Young Avengers, like, this is another one we know is coming. We have like Wiccan and Speed are all but guaranteed to be in WandaVision. We have, Hulkling is potentially most likely going to be in that as well. We have Stature, the daughter of Ant-Man. Like we've had her cast as a teenager in Endgame, so we already know she's there. We have like 5 different people that could become Iron Patriot at this point, or Iron Heart, either one. We have
Kate Bishop is in the Hawkeye.
Yep, Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, right? So, and we have even like a lot of rumors about blanking on his name. You already said him, I think. Patriot,
yeah. His grandfather in Falcon and the Winter
Soldier. His grandfather in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So there's a lot of context already to have like almost the full team by the end of Phase 4. So, and especially with Loki series potentially bringing Kang the Conqueror, which, as you said earlier, is a future version of Iron Lad in the comics. Like, they have a potential to do a lot of crazy things, especially if they wanted to bring back like Harvey or Henry Keener. I always get the first name wrong. I think it's Harvey Keener. Harvey. Harley Keener. Okay. So we already have Harley Keener. Like, he's already basically, like, we saw him in Endgame at the funeral for Tony Stark. So it's like, this is obviously like, we could very easily make this, like, retcon this into being Iron Lad, and then make him like Kang the Conqueror in the future. And then they could, like, obviously, like, that tears a rift, because I don't know, it does bring up questions like continuity questions, but like, I think they easily could make that the right route to go. I think there's a lot of potential here. I think we're going to be seeing Young Avengers sooner rather than later. One of the big questions, and this is just I don't even know if this is a question of the story, but do you think it's going to be called Young Avengers? Like, if they make a movie, do you think the movie is called Young Avengers?
So I heard your point at the beginning of the stream, and I wanted to make a comment about it, but then you began about the Fantastic Four, so I can give my thing to you now.
Okay.
Like the thing with the young, so like the thing with the Young Avengers is, you said like you don't use the Avengers brand for a couple of years,
Right.
but the thing with the Young Avengers is they are not affiliated at all with the Avengers. They
Right.
just call themselves the Young Avengers because they look like they look like the younger versions of the Avengers, but they have literally nothing to do with the Avengers.
Right.
So you can retcon it and like make them the champions, and then maybe like have like characters like Miss Marvel and um, Miles Morales, Spider Man, if they can get that deal done
Which
on
would
the
be
team.
sick. That'd be so sick.
Would be sick. And then yeah, that was also a theory on me that I made an article about that is hopefully coming out soon on the Den of Nerds website.
Hopefully,
Um,
hopefully, eventually,
yeah,
yeah.
like I thought they were maybe combining the Young Avengers champions and the New Warriors, but not like the new Warriors, but the old New Warriors with characters like Justice and Firestar. I don't know if you know
Right.
them.
Very faintly.
I think they'll keep the Young Avengers name because that's the most iconic and the most well known one.
Yeah, I think I do agree that it's probably the most well known. I would say I am going to venture a guess that, and this has been my prevailing theory, and I think this ties into the next two. So maybe I should wait on this. I'm not sure. I actually think that they're going to go up against the Dark Avengers, but I think it's going to be like, I'm not sure how to like phrase this. I'm not sure like how I want to think this. So like, I think that there's the Thunderbolts, the Dark Avengers, and the Young Avengers are going to be all tied together. And I'm not sure if I should say this now or if we should go through the Thunderbolts first.
You can save it maybe for later, but
Yeah.
like real quick, sorry for breaking your heart and like probably Josh's heart too because he wants the Dark Avengers also
Yeah.
like really much, but like there's evidence enough. Like Jeremy Conrad said it, like Charles Murphy said it, like
Mhm.
the Thunderbolts will be the Dark Avengers for the MCU. They will.
That's
not
actually what I was
use
going to say. So
that
actually
they
works
will
for
not
me.
use the name Dark Avengers
Yeah. I actually
because of Norman Osborn issue.
I literally was going to I was thinking actually the same thing. That's actually like what my theory like was, is that and I'll save it for when we get to the Thunderbolts, and then maybe we'll just merge those together because honestly that's my theory as well, that like I think they will be the same thing. And I was always kind of thinking that, but yeah, so I'll get to my theory with the Young Avengers, but I don't think they'll use the Young Avengers name. To me, it just seems too like, I don't know. From like a marketing standpoint, like I feel like it just doesn't seem like as intriguing. Like if I hear Young Avengers like as a film, I'm thinking like, okay, this is for kids, and then I might not want to go see that. But and then like if they did like Avengers: A New Generation or something like that could be maybe intriguing. But like honestly, even then, I'm like, I feel like you kind of like wasted the next opportunity to use the Avengers name. So like to me, that's also not a good idea. So like I feel like you either come up with a fresh name, or you take a but more likely you take a different name like the New Warriors or something like that as like the name to brand these guys, right? Like I feel like the best move is to take a different team name for them.
I can come into that, but like it's like I think Marvel Studios is just going to use the name of Young Avengers just because like that Avengers name is like
It's like gold.
yeah, indeed, it's like gold. Yeah. So if you give that name, like that's like the marketing for that show will be like incredible because
Yeah.
it just has the Avengers name.
Yeah.
Everyone will go watch it just because it has the Avengers name, although they have nothing to do with the Avengers.
Right. I just worry like because of that, if they name it the Avengers and then everyone goes, like the casual fan base, a lot of them are going to be going to the new Avengers movie expecting Black Panther, going to expect like, you know, maybe not Iron Man and maybe not Captain America. Maybe they know that, but maybe they'll expect Black Panther and Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange, or even if not them, like the original like people that are still alive, like Hulk and like I feel like they're going to expect like the staple characters, and so like it might be like harmful to the Avengers name to do that versus like waiting a while and bringing it back when you have this really big cast that's been built up and like this new group. Like maybe that's a potential, unless you do it, unless like some people think it'll be a Disney Plus series. If you do Young Avengers on Disney Plus, I feel like it's less risk, but at the same time, I don't know. Like I feel like that's a risk.
Yeah. It's a 50-50 again.
Yeah.
They could do it, they could also not do it. It's like, you know.
Yeah. So getting into the more like plot intensive stuff, what do you expect out of the Young Avengers? Like, what if you're going to see a Young Avengers movie? Do you think it'll be a movie, Disney or Disney Plus series? And what do you expect that to like be revolved around? Like, what do you expect a first movie or maybe an only movie to be about?
I think it will be a Disney Plus series.
Okay.
Honest.
And what do you think that plot might be like?
I don't really know much about the plot and what I could think that would be going around, but I think it's like a safe bet that Kang the Conqueror will be the villain of the show just because of his connection with Iron Lad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which they could set up for, you know.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, do you think that Kang the Conqueror? I've been wondering, like, people question, like, do you think Kang the Conqueror is just going to be kind of isolated to, you know, a Young Avengers villain, or do you think they're going to try to like make him a big like Thanos level threat? I don't really see him being a Thanos level threat. The only way I see it is like I could see him being like a domino, kind of like Ultron was, where he's like a domino to the big guy. Where it's like, I could see if they're trying to go to Battle World, right? If they're trying to make like Battle World the next Endgame, next Infinity War, I could see Kang the Conqueror messing up the multiverse more, being like a domino into the collapsing of the multiverse. Like I could see something like that happening, where it's like Kang the Conqueror is like directly messing with the multiverse, and like just like the Ancient One said, where it's like you really can't like you're really messing up stuff when you're pulling like big relics out and stuff like that. Like I could really see like Kang the Conqueror doing something that's like thoroughly messing up the multiverse, and it's creating this collapse. You could even throw Dormammu as something he's doing to make things collapse, with Wanda doing stuff. Like he could be just one of those domino pieces. Do you have anything more to say on Young Avengers? Or do you want to move on to the next one?
Again, not really. I mean, like Young Avengers, like their stories are really simple as they are. So like, it could be literally anything.
Yeah, I mean, it could honestly like honestly like yeah, I feel like that's gonna be one where it's gonna be a risky title too, in my opinion, because it's like
I think they will.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think they will try to give it like a Stranger Things.
Yeah, like a child adventure. Are you cutting out, or am I just? I don't know if you're cutting out.
Am I cutting out?
I'm not sure if you're cutting out or taking breaks between words. I just want to make sure.
Like maybe I think it are breaks because I have to think what.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything you were saying.
No.
So I think like, yeah, I think for this one you're right. It's gonna aim for a younger target audience too. Yeah, I think it's gonna try to be like this helpful transition for a younger audience. So I'd agree with that. I don't have much more to say about it until we get to Thunderbolts. So let's jump into